Well, this jump right in, man. This is Ruben,
Hey,
and he's an absolute savage, bro. A beast. It's one of our favorites, obviously, man, because you're lighting up the Winds channel like a Christmas tree. So me and Moses are talking about you, man. Like you went from like 0 to 100 really fast. And I feel like the main message in this interview, and I say it time and time again, but like you got to just do it and take action. I feel like that's like your main story is like, fuck it, let's
yeah,
do
I
it. And
mean,
like that's what made the changes happen.
yeah, exactly. Because I know that, because I'm trying to think of like whenever I started like seeing your stuff. I know it was like your car videos, whenever, like mid 2018, 2019, kind of whatever. I don't know. They're your stuff, so you would know better. But I mean, it was around that time. I'm just like, okay, like I'm just like, who in the world is this guy? I will say that like the stickers that you put on those videos, those are pretty good. Are what make those pretty good, at least for me, because I'm visual and so I like that. But
Mhm.
but I mean, I don't know. I guess like what I'm just like, oh, this is just a guy that's just trying to give advice kind of thing. And then like as soon as I heard that you had a program, I'm like, this guy's how old and he has a program already? I don't know. It legit blew my mind. I'm just like, okay, I gotta check this out. And then like I checked out the thing. I'm just like, okay, there's no way. This is I mean, I'll be honest, I BS you a little bit. But then but no, I mean like no, I mean, I don't know. I guess like what really sold it for me was the main page with like you're in your white suit walking toward the Lambo. I like that. And when you're in the jet ski,
Mhm.
I'm like, huh, this guy seems to know what he's doing. And so, and then I don't know. I just remember that like I booked our first call on, it was, it was 2 to 3 years ago. And then like I know that I didn't have the finances to do it. And then recently, I mean, like literally like 6, 7 weeks ago, I'm just like, I'm in a place where I can sort of do it. We worked it out, but I mean, no, yeah, I mean, that was just my that was just my first like, fuck it, dude. Like we just gotta fucking do it because it's like I know I want to be part of this stuff, and it's like I know I'm gonna be committed, and it's like because I consider myself a very like ambitious person, and so like I knew that like I would be a great fit.
Dude, absolutely. We had to like we figured it out, man. Remember we almost were like, oh, like we might have to wait like
Yeah,
another month. And I was like,
yeah,
let's just try this.
yeah.
And then it worked. And I was like, holy
And then
shit,
it
like it
worked. Yeah,
actually worked. And
yep.
then, dude, and I feel like with life, that's it's just like, dude, you gotta like find it. Like I teach in the program, like you gotta find another way.
Hmm.
Like don't just like give up. And then we did that, dude. And like, bro, look at you now.
I know. I know.
Like incredible.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, like, it becomes a feeling like no other when you know that you can just talk to any girl, whether, sure, there's going to be some anxiety. It's not like this program takes that completely away, but that's why they got, you know, like, like the modules and stuff like that, like on confidence specifically. That's why we start with confidence. But I mean, like, no, I mean, like the biggest part of this is like the accountability because it's like like sure you can go through the modules and be like okay check mark done but then it's like if it's something that you really want they're there for your convenience. It's not like well for a certain time it's not like it's a lifetime access but I mean like Like if you're committed, like you're wanting to ingrain this stuff in your brain, like like I'll tell you once or twice a week, I'll go through all the modules just because I mean, again, just to ingrain it because I mean, like this is just very basic fundamental stuff that you just can't lose because or else it's like it's not or else I shouldn't say that. It's like, you just don't want to lose touch with it kind of thing.
So are you like when you joined? Because I don't. You told me stuff that you were going through,
Mhm.
but now it seems like you have that. And I'm curious, like when you started working with me here,
Mhm.
were you more motivated by just like getting out of that pain, or did you want to achieve something, or was it like a mix of both? Like you were going through something, you wanted to achieve something. Like where were you at with that? We just talked about that yesterday on the group call, like pain and
Right,
pleasure.
right. Well, you see, that's a hard one because it's like I don't know, I could give all these reasons why I wanted to join, and it's like,
Go
I
ahead,
could
man. List them
because it's
out.
like because it could be, oh, I want to find a girlfriend. Great. I mean, everybody does. I mean, like everybody wants a woman in their life, and then everybody wants a man in their life too. But and then it's like, I could say, oh, I want to try and like get my ex back. Okay, fine. I mean, like I'll tell you, these guys they're not like whatever situation you're going through. I mean, like, like these guys they're not judgmental. They're just like, okay, like whatever you want to do. It's like, take it with a grain of salt, but we'll get you there. But I guess like for my specific reason why I joined was not specifically to be witty or anything. It's like, sure, that comes with it, but I guess it's because I really wanted the confidence to be able to talk to women because like it's like I consider myself a people person, but it's like whenever it comes to women, it's like I mean I can't do it. And I mean to say the least, this program can get anybody if they're willing to put in the time it can give them that confidence and if they're consistent with it it's kind of like school. It's like you got to put in it's like your job. It's like you got to put in the time. I guess in my case because I'm in school I put time in here and there, but I make it work.
Yeah, man. It's like what I've seen is like everyone gets to their goals in the program, but the time that it takes really is it almost like depends on you. It's like how
Right.
much, how efficient are you? Like how fast do you want to get there really? Like there's someone in the program right now and like I think he joined before you, but he's not exactly at your level because he just hit me up this week and he's like, I just got through module one, man. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
like we got to pick up the pace a little bit, but he's
Yeah.
still going to get there. And
Mhm.
it's like for your case, you're like, dude, I just watched all the modules. Like I watch them twice a week, dude.
Yeah.
And look at where you're at now, dude. Like you have a girl that's like head over heels for you,
Yeah, I got a
giving
girl
you the keys to
that's
her house.
yeah. Yeah, I gave the keys to her house. At first I'm like, we've only been in this talking phase. I don't know, there's literally a phase for everything. But like, I don't know, yeah, I mean like she gave me the key to her house because it's like just because I mean like she's having surgery. I'm just like, are you sure this is a pretty big step? She's like, yeah, I trust you. I'm like,
It's
okay.
awesome, dude.
But yeah, and then not to mention that I also got like, I mean, for example, literally this week I got like three numbers yesterday.
Yesterday, really.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Because, I mean, like, I'm sure I mean, like, are you familiar with like the South Bend area?
Oh, of course, yeah. South
Yeah,
Philly, yeah.
yeah, it's like super like there's just unfortunately like, in my because like I'm 20 minutes from there, like, I guess because I'm I'm using the dating apps, but it's really just to practice talking because and it's like if you get a date, fine. But like, with just because like in relevance to my area, it's harder to approach because not because I can't or I don't have the confidence to, it's just that there's there's not many women here. Not, sure, there's women, but like there's not for me specifically, I'm wanting to talk to some in my age group, and there's not a lot of that. And so that's why I'm on the dating apps to do those approaches.
Percent.
Yeah.
It's like it because some guys are like, oh, should I do the dating app? Should I go in person? I'm like, really? It just doesn't matter. Like if you just have to apply the stuff that we teach here, and it's gonna work on the app or in person. Like,
Right.
like some people are like, oh, get on Bumble, and like they're so like hyper focused on what dating app. I'm just like, dude, it's gonna work no
Right.
matter what you do.
Right.
So what when like way back in the day, man, like what I know you had a weird situation with an ex, but like,
Mhm.
do you even remember like how you found me?
It was off TikTok when that was becoming a big thing. Like, again, I want to say it was like 20, I'm not even sure if TikTok was around in 2017.
Yeah, man, I think
But
it was like 2021 is when I hit at 500K apparently. So it's probably like I
oh,
started
okay.
TikTok. I think I started TikTok 2020 or 2021. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it was around that. But no, that's how I found you. Because it's not like because I didn't know who you were. I couldn't search you up. But no, you just
Yeah,
yeah, you just popped up on my For You. I'm just like, who the hell is this guy? And so, but no, yeah, then it's a price to pay, but it's an investment.
100%, dude. Why would you consider it an investment? I totally agree, but I want to hear it from like your perspective as a client.
Because it's like I take it as nothing in life that you want comes for free. Now that now that that just goes for anything you like this is a little bit of a hot take. If you want your job, fine, go to school for it. Others might be like, okay, I didn't go to college, I have all this money. Great, good for you. Whatever you got to do to get there, great, good for you. But no, like nothing in life comes for free. Anything that you invest into yourself that makes you a better person is an investment.
Yeah, I guess just by definition, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting, man, because there's certain mindsets you see, and it's like I feel like a third of the guys that see my stuff, they'll be like, I ain't paying for a program. I'm not doing that. But yet they're gonna remain stuck forever. Maybe
Yeah.
not forever. Maybe that's a little dramatic, but
Yeah.
they'll remain stuck. Like, dude, it was gonna take if I didn't like work with my mentor, oh my goodness, man, I'd probably still be struggling today.
Yeah.
I had a
'Cause-
lot of shit to figure out.
mhm. And like specifically for me, like I like having that direction for someone else. And so I'm like, you know, because it's like I watched a couple of your videos to start off with. I'm just like, okay, what is he talking about? And then like it's just that if someone doesn't know where to go next, it's just that finding that someone to help you through like whatever struggle you're going through, whether it be with I don't know, like for in this example, dating. Like it's very helpful to have a mentor because like, you can say, I'm socially awkward. it's like, okay, well then like these guys are here to fix that. Like that's why there's the confidence module. So you're not going to be not socially awkward, you'll be less socially awkward, you'll be more likable.
Yeah, 100%. It really is an investment. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot what I was gonna say, man. Because you're just spitting facts. So it just
Yeah.
totally escaped my
I know I'm
brain.
very stream of consciousness. I talk a lot.
No, dude, it's great, man. Like it's just so true.
Mm,
Um, what I'll what I'll say instead, though, until it flies back into my brain, probably randomly during
sure.
this interview, is you know, there's also the kind of person that like they're really like how I view this is that there's the people that value their money and there's the people that value their time. And both are very important. But at the end of the day, like I had to make a choice where it was like, all right, like I could probably figure this out on my own if I read all the books, watch all the YouTubes over the next couple of years, maybe. A lot of it's very misleading though, and they're trying to just like funnel you into something else. And so it just keeps like, and you get so much different advice
Right.
that it kind of just remains like keeps you stuck. It feels like you're
Mm,
just stuck in sand. Like I was
right.
in Utah with my girlfriend because I
Mm.
mistakenly drove a charger through the sand.
All right.
And yeah, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But it's like there's also like the people that choose their time and they're like, dude, I would just rather get to my goals in 10 times less time
Mm,
than like and just pay the price and just invest in myself and just get to where I want to be just so much faster. And that's
sure.
just a skill. I don't even know if that's a skill, man. I think it's a mindset thing
Yeah.
of
I
like
would,
that's what I've seen like all the like Jeff Bezos, like Elon Musk, like all like talk about like, dude, like just I choose my time getting to where I want to be with my goals. What do you
right.
think about that?
I mean, how much time you choose to invest in yourself, your results will show from that. I think that, I mean, again, I mean, like it's exactly what you said. I think that it's all mindset and that you just you also can't overthink it. You can't be like you can't put into your mind, okay, well, what if this happened? There's like so many what ifs to this, but it's like, okay, well then like like the guys in the mentors that you're gonna gain in this program is like they're not mind readers. They're not here to they're not they're not here to be your therapist. They're not here to like answer all that. But I mean, you just need to just make that it needs to be a quick decision. It can't be like, oh, let me think about it because then that gives your mind space to think of the negative. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or, oh, what if it gives you this red light? Like what like it just gives you a big what if and then you don't do it and then you're stuck.
Dude, 100%. Napoleon Hill. Have you heard of the book Think and Grow Rich?
I have it.
You have it?
I
Have you
do.
read it yet
No, I'm
or
in the process. I am in the
okay.
process. My mom's old boyfriend, he's like, I read it like 5 times to to just ingrain that stuff.
Dude, it's a really powerful book. And like
Mhm.
I think I don't know if it's in chapter one or like the introduction. It's very, very close to the beginning of the book. But
Yeah.
like literally he talks about Napoleon Hill or I think it was Napoleon Hill that said it, or his mentee, one of the whoever was writing the introduction in the first chapter, but he
Yeah.
says literally like word for word, he's like, if a man cannot reach a decision within 60 seconds after all the necessary facts have been presented to him, that man cannot be trusted to follow through on any decision he makes from that point forward.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so true, man. Imagine like you have all the necessary facts that you need to make a decision on your life, and you
Mhm.
just don't do anything. You're just like,
And you
I'm just
just
gonna go
don't.
think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, do you really want it?
Yeah. I mean, I say that like anybody who does join the program, like please look at the introductions because that introduction stuff is very important. It might be maybe from your perspective outdated, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. It's just that with this comes accountability. And so, I mean, it's like if you want to make the decision, great, but be ready to keep yourself accountable and others to keep you accountable too.
Yeah, man. Like the guys that have just like everyone typically gets like decent results, but the guys that have just like blown away the competition, like they always run the call, just like, yeah, makes sense.
Hmm.
Fuck
Yep.
it, let's do it.
Hmm.
Like they all just say F it, let's do it. That's like the
Hmm.
quote, the quote on the call. I'm just
I
like,
mean,
great.
yeah, exactly how it should be. You just gotta be like, dude, like, fuck it. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of it, but fuck it. I mean, whatever I get out of it is what I get.
Hmm. And dude, it's like, yeah, I, it's that's how I am too. It's just like I remember the first investments I ever made into my mentor. He I was on the call and he didn't even have his face on the call as one of his employees.
Hmm.
And it's actually my current mentor today
Okay.
still, but we're on the call. And this was when I was like, when I was blown up on TikTok. Like I was at like 400, 500,000 followers.
Hmm.
And I was like the world's like brokest guy on TikTok.
Hmm.
I felt like I was doing door-to-door sales and I was like, man, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like I launched the AMP installment. It did okay.
Uh,
I think you were a part of that too.
I was. I'm just like, okay, this is out of the realm of his normal stuff that he puts out. And so I really tried to really understand that stuff.
Dude, 100%, man. I still have all
Yeah.
those videos too. I might put them
Yeah.
back in like arrows because they were honestly so powerful, dude. Like,
I mean, I feel like that uh, personally, I feel like that it should be released to the public for a short time, maybe a week, and then gone. But I feel
really,
like that
for
it
free?
for free. Yeah.
Okay,
How it was
interesting.
how it was before. You know, I mean, it's your stuff, you can do whatever, but I mean, that's just my opinion just because I feel like I don't know, I guess because like, you know, you can because social media can only do so much, but whenever you do this kind of out of the ordinary stuff, it's like, oh, he's never put this stuff up. Okay, now let's see. I don't know.
Yeah,
It just kind of like it brings a new. I don't know. I feel like that, especially for me, it changed my mindset about like wanting to join your program because I'm just like, okay, to actually see this stuff and to actually, I don't know, to see the results, and it's like that's it's kind of like whenever you see results from someone's workout program kind of thing.
yeah, man. That's a really good idea, man. I might do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so I was making money right from it, and like I was like doing okay. I was probably bringing in like 2 or 3K per month from the
Hmm.
AMP installment, just like continuous. And I but I still had like bills to pay, and it was really a struggle. And
Hmm.
I remember like I took a call with my mentor's like closer, and I hopped on the call, and it was like a Zoom call, and like he just didn't have
Hmm.
his face up. I don't know if he was like nervous or something. I don't know what was
Hmm.
going on, like, but he didn't have his
Right.
face up. And then like we get to the like 30 minutes in the call, and he's just like, dude, like I think you should just do this program and work with us so you can actually do this right and create a really great program that's really going to impact more people. And I was like, okay, dude, like what's it gonna like? What's the investment? What's the cost of it?
Yeah.
He was like, it's 5K. I was like,
Hmm.
holy shit. I was like, uh-oh.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
like, well, I only had like 6.2K in my account. I was like, well,
Yeah.
this doesn't work. I'm fucked.
Hmm.
But I was like, well, actually, he said it's 10K. He was like, it's 10K,
Mm.
but on the call it's 5K. And then when we help you reach your goal, then we'll charge you the 5K or whatever.
Uh,
And I was like, okay, I would do that. When he said 10K, I was like, fuck, I don't even have 10K to my
yeah.
name right now.
Right. Right.
And but like he said 5K then, I was like, do you really I like just asked him one question. I was like, do you really think this is gonna work for me? And he
Uh,
was like, absolutely. I was like, all right,
mm.
fuck it, let's do it.
Mm. There
And
you
just charged it, dude, and just ran it. And then I was like, dude, I gotta make this work. It just wasn't even an option, dude. I was like, I gotta make this work, or it's just not, or I gotta like commit bankruptcy.
Yeah. Because I know that like you were, I don't know, from your amp installment, I know that it's like you were in like a house kind of deal, kind of thing. I don't know.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, I was. I
Because like
was.
I remember, because I know like I don't know, because like for the from the ones that you're sitting on the couch kind of thing, I'm like, oh, he's in a house.
That was actually my parents' house. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I had to move back in with them for a little while. And then
Mm.
the one with the green wall, that was actually a room at my university that I knew how to unlock. And it was a really professional room with like nice big
Yeah, the one
windows and shit.
with the windows when it's dark and stuff with all the yeah bugs on the window, everything.
So I made like there was a female cop on campus
Oh,
that like I used to like flirt with. And I was like, hey, I'm designing this program. I need you to let me into this room so I can record. It's a really nice room. And she would let
okay.
me do it. I don't want to say
There
who
you
it
go.
was.
No, yeah, yeah,
She'd
yeah,
probably
yeah,
get fired. She'd
yeah,
probably
yeah,
get
yeah,
fired for that. But
yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah.
she'd let me in the room at like 8 p.m. and just like,
Mm.
and I would record in there. Dude, it was insane, dude.
That's golden. That is golden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because the room looks amazing, dude. The room is
Yeah.
like these like a nice corner, floor to ceiling windows like I got here now. But like, dude, it was a beautiful room. A pillar
Yeah.
in the background. I was like, dude, this room looks really, really professional.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta record it here, dude. So I like
There you go.
rizzed her up and we got in the room.
Yeah. Because I wonder, like, I mean, like, I guess what were you using your to record, like your phone or like what?
No, I actually invested. So I only had like 1 point whatever K left my name. I had to pay like,
Right.
bills and shit. So I probably had like 700, 800 that first month in the program.
Yeah.
Uh, well, that was for the amp installment. That's a completely different thing. My bad. So
Oh,
for the
yeah.
amp installment, so when I published my book, I had about like from club promoting, I had like a little bit over 10, I believe, in my account.
Hmm. Okay.
And my book costed me about I paid this New York Times guy to review my book. So I had an original. You're gonna love this story. I don't think I've ever talked about this before.
Oh,
But
okay.
I had an original rough draft of my book. Let me pull it out. It's in these spots here, man. I was packing up. I'm trying to get a bookshelf, as you can see behind me. I haven't bought
No,
one
yeah. Right.
because they're like I put them like against the window, and one of them
Okay.
turned colors from the sun, which is hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just changed colors, man.
Wow.
I think you can actually see it, dude. It literally just changed colors on the side there. It like
That's
turned
so
pink. So
that.
I was like, I gotta get a bookshelf for sure and
No,
move them
yeah.
out of the sun. But so dude, I was writing my book and I had an original draft of it, and it was long as shit. It was about 180,000 words.
Good lordy. Wow.
And I didn't know that. Like I didn't know how long a
Yeah.
book should be. I had no idea, dude. I was just writing shit. And
Right.
like I sent it into him and he was just like, dude, this is longer than a Harry Potter novel. It's gonna be like 800 pages when it's published. I was like, what? And so he's like, and then he go and I paid him 5 grand to go through it. And he didn't even go through all of it. He was like, dude, 90% of this is just shit. I was just like, damn, dude, like broke my heart. I was like, this
Oh,
is my
yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I was like, you know what? Maybe he's right about this. And so I literally just like took the book, I kept about like 10 to 20% of it, just redid like a lot of different shit, made it and just totally like made it sparkling. Then I hired an editor on for like 1,500. So like
Okay.
my bank account's like dropping
Sure.
and published the book. And like, dude, no one was buying it. And I was like, fuck.
Mm. Yeah.
I had like a list of like friends and family and people that were like gonna buy the book,
Hmm.
and like leave a review on it and everything like that. And like, dude, like I don't think any of them bought it.
Mm.
And I was like, shit, man. Like I kept
Yeah.
like checking my Amazon sales document. I was like, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be a
Mm.
best-selling author tomorrow. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, it was the exact opposite. I go on Amazon, zero sales. Next day, zero sales. Um, and so like 3 months go by of just like I think I sold like one book in 3 months.
Oh
And
well. Well,
I go on, I was like, well, I don't really have anything to lose.
right.
So that's when I went on TikTok and I just started recording videos about, stuff from my book and stuff like
Okay.
that. And one of them like blew up and got like 40,000 views. And I was like, maybe I can do this.
Yeah.
And then like
Huh.
shortly after that, we hit our first 1 million viewed video. And then the 8 million viewed like famous like spot a liar video.
Yeah.
And we hit 100,000 followers in like I think it was like 48 hours or something like that. I can't exactly remember,
Oh
but it
wow.
was it was insane, dude. And
Wow.
then
Wow.
book sales were just like through the roof after that. And that's when I
Wow.
tried to take it with the AMP installment and was doing that. But
Okay.
that's like I guess the origin story of I don't know
Okay.
how did we even get on that topic, man? It's a good story, but I forget how we started talking about
I
that,
know.
dude.
I don't know because like I know that I don't know. I just remember saying about like how it was how I kind of legitimized. Okay, I should actually do it.
The program.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. Um, so that's how I launched. Oh, we were just talking about like my finances training or something like that.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's the
Right.
mentor. That's how we got onto it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I mean, it just really changed my life, man, when I hired that mentor and I only had like 6K left. And
Mm.
you were asking how I was recording. So I
Yeah.
got my first like credit card ever and like I bought a camera
Okay.
and then I had my parents buy me studio lighting. I still use it today. Like I was like, can you just buy me studio lighting for my birthday?
Yeah.
And that's like it like I made it by like the skin of my teeth, it felt like. But
Mm.
now it's like, ooh, just went straight up from
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
it really connected.
Wow. 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 Wow.
But I mean going from there, man, like what are your goals now, man? Like you're crushing it, talking to a great chick, she's like in love with you.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I mean, at this point, it's like if we date, then fantastic. It's like I'll be exclusive with her. I won't talk to any other girls because I mean, like that's what a girlfriend is. But I mean, if it ends up being that, like, oh, things don't work out, that's fine. You know, like I still got this stuff that I can still like, like I don't know. I still have the program. It's not like, oh shit, like I just got dumped or I dumped her or whatever kind of thing. It's like, no, you still have the program to keep you accountable. It's like, okay, cool. Like everything was going great, but now it's not. It's like, okay, so now like, you know, what because I feel like that's something that's really, really good about the program is that, I mean, like, from when you guys are not judgmental about like guys' situations, whatever, it's like, okay, like I don't know. I mean, like you guys aren't for one, you guys aren't judgmental, and two, it's like, you guys take like because something that I learned that social work is that you got to meet the person where they're at, and I feel like you guys do that very well. Where
Appreciate that.
yeah, because I mean like it because I mean like I don't know, 'cause, man, I got a psychology background. I want to talk all that stuff, but I mean it's like I don't know, yeah, yeah, because it's like yeah, I feel like that you you guys take like somebody's like kind of shitty situation, it's kind of like, okay, well then like, where do we go from here? And it's like, you give next steps, and then it's like, you know, I mean it really, because I mean like I know that there's someone that like, went through a divorce, but it's like, like they're making the time. And so it's like, it goes back to, okay, I went through this bad thing. She broke up with me, or I broke up with her. Am I going to sit and cry about it? Am I going to be super sad about it? Sure. I mean, initially, but eventually you'll get to a point like, okay, what do I got to do now? Because I mean, like, because everybody wants a man, everybody wants a woman, like, or everybody wants some sort of connection. And, I mean, like, it's shitty being alone. I mean, like, that goes without saying. It's shitty being alone. And so, I mean, like, and then I just feel like that again, it's three things. It's like if you're willing to put in the time for yourself, make that investment, and then I mean, it's not just about, okay, how can I get the girl? How can I text her better? How can I go on a date with her? How can I get the kiss? How can I have sex with her? It's about, okay, how do I make meaningful connections with people? And how do I don't know. I feel like that it raises your confidence like in all areas of your life. It's not just with women, sure, but like you become a more likable person because I mean, I go back to my point, you could say, "Oh, I'm antisocial." Okay, fine. That's why we got the confidence module to help work with that, Put in the time and it's like, your results will show from there.
Hmm. What would you tell the guys that they may watch this and there's always like an excuse, right? There's like, oh, I just don't have the time, or like, oh, what if it's a scam? I feel like after all the interviews, like people would know that by now, but you still get people like, oh, what if it's a scam, right? I'm just like, dude. But like, what would you tell the people that like they might just be just they're just hesitating, dude. Like they won't do anything and they're just
Like,
remaining stuck.
well, I mean, for one, you do have the time. I mean, I mean that goes for two things. For one, I'm in grad school. I've got the time, or I make the time. And that goes the same for working out. Let's say you want to do bodybuilding. That's what I want to do. I want to do bodybuilding shows. I make the time to do that stuff. It's like, I mean, you just have to want it, because it's like if you don't, if you let your if what I was saying about that if you give your time if you give your mind time to think of the negative stuff, that's where you're going to be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You just
Mm,
And then it just goes back to, like, all the facts are right in front of you. You just got to make that decision. You can't be like you cannot let your mind contradict itself to be like, okay, well, maybe let me think about it. That's basically saying, no, I don't want this, or you're nervous about it. It's like, just fuck your nerves, just do it.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, the brain's designed to keep you safe, not happy at the
Right.
end of the day. So
Right.
it's like you're not going to be happy if you just hesitate. And I think, dude, there was actually a stat that came out about death where it was like more, I think it was like more animals and people die each year from like hesitating on something and not moving than just making a decision and going. Like a train's coming. You ever had like someone walking at you on the sidewalk and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and you're like hesitating? Yeah, it's kind of like that, dude.
Yep.
Versus just like going to the right and just doing it and just committing.
hmm And I mean, I know that there's just a couple minutes left, but I mean, like, some of the last stuff is just like, obviously do your research because I mean, that's your fact finding. But I mean, like, watches YouTube, watches TikTok, or, I mean, again, once you got the facts right in front of you, it's like just just don't hesitate. Just book that call. That's exactly what I did because it's like, like I'm not sure, but I kind of I didn't doubt myself and I'm like, okay, I might be contradicting myself here. Like, what if this doesn't work out? Whatever, I'll talk to this guy, see what he's about. And then like because of that call, that initial call really got me hyped up and it really made me want to change. And
Hmm.
it's like this is why I don't like social media because it's like you see someone but you see them in their former life where they're kind of like, oh, like I used to be this confident person but now I'm not, or I used to not be confident, now I am. It's kind of like, okay, what side of this person am I seeing? but
Hmm.
but like I feel like that, but just guys, book in that fucking call. You're going to you like you're like everything you could have thought of about this guy or about the program could change in an instant once you do. Because I mean, I know that's exactly how it happened for me, and like it's been a life altering decision, and so you know, just I mean, just like fucking Nike, dude, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, we have a couple minutes left, but I mean, is there anything else you want to include or say before we wrap things up? You don't have to.
Just no, yeah. I mean, you know, don't come into it for the wrong reasons. Don't come in it just for the concepts because if you're coming into it just for the concepts, you're missing the point because it's so much more to that. It's so much more than picking up girls. It's like this is not a pickup program. It's like I said, you become a very more likable person. Shit, I mean, tomorrow you could want to go out with you could want to go to a club and you could be approached by a group, like let's say a guy wants to be approached by a group of guys. Shit, good, because I mean like you just you just started a friend group. You just started, like a meaningful connection because you're a likable person now. Like I say that for those who are timid, shy, they should also give it a try because I mean, again, it it gives you that confidence boost. It's very much like I said, life altering. Like you don't know, don't fucking knock it till you try it, dude.
Hmm. Hmm. 100%, man. Dude, I,
Yeah,
I really appreciate you coming on. I feel like time just like flew by.
yeah, I
That
know.
hour just went whoo,
Yeah, yeah,
flew by, man. Like I could talk to you probably for another 3 hours, man, easily. Like
literally.
a Joe Rogan podcast or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, I really appreciate you coming on. And
absolutely.
I would definitely want to do another one of these with you in the future.
Yeah, I do
After
too.
I don't know, at some certain milestone that you reach, whatever that is, we'd probably do another one.
Sure. Yeah,
But yeah, it's been an incredible interview, dude. And I
absolutely.
just want to say, man, like way to take action, obviously, like first off, point of the call, right? And way to invest in yourself and way to just hold yourself accountable, put in the work. Like that's just so important, dude. And I think, you just made a choice where you're just like I'm gonna succeed. Like I'm gonna take what he teaches and just I want to make sure I succeed with it. And you really trusted the process and the results are showing, man. Like
Mhm.
girls saying they're, falling for you and
Mhm.
trusting you and getting numbers and just getting results,
Yeah,
man. It's just absolutely incredible, man. So dude, Congratulations, man. I'm super
Absolutely. Thank you
stoked.
so much. Yeah, I am too. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just taking what I got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got this, bro. Well,
Yeah,
dude, we're here for you, man. So it's like let's just keep going, keep growing, and we're gonna do another one of these very, very soon. I can feel it.
for sure. I would love to. Absolutely.
Awesome, brother. Cool. Well, dude, I guess let's just wrap this thing up and let us know if you have any questions in the future. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. Okay. I will.
All right,
All
brother.
right. All right. See
Thank
you.
you. Thank you again, bro.
Of
Peace.
course. All right.
Bye.
Bye.